Oh, and by the way, Boros, welcome to new standard. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we will showcase how easy it is in the new standard to absolutely destroy Boros. Pest Control, 2 mana, full sweeper on this deck, and the best part, if you don't like it, you just cycle it and you draw a new card. It's never a dead card, and honestly that's insane. And the fact that it's only 2 mana and it kills everything they have, not only creatures but also clues, blood tokens, you know, all this annoying stuff, just stops them in tracks like on turn 2. Even if you are on the draw, they won't be able to kill you. So man, that's insane. Not only this, but we also have the Jace Reawakened, and you will see how big of a difference this card can make. And 3 steps ahead, the new counterspell that is absolute fire. So we just, you know, are playing the classic Esper and we get all the new tools, and it just makes it so much better. So guys, if you appreciate it, if you appreciate 2 videos a day, every single day for now, don't forget to subscribe, really supports the channel, and this is your way of saying thank you. You know, you click for 5 seconds and you already did your part and you can enjoy the free content. So I hope you will enjoy the rest of the video, and I promise you, there will be Boros, it will be smart, it will be great, they won't like it. Alright guys, have fun and enjoy the show. But I think we should win this matchup. Alright, I don't want to exile cards, so we are doing it like this. Okay. Listen, that's not a bad one. That isn't a bad one. Really tempting. I honestly don't think this is the play. Hello. Yeah, especially with Jace, we should be able to hit our stuff, I hope. I need him to slow down a little bit, because like my draw is a little bit wonky. Here's Nissa, alright. Yeah, I think we go for it. I really want to make sure that I get all the good stuff. All the good stuff. I think it's worth it. Also the mana aligned pretty nicely with the exile. And now we can get into Memory Deluge stage. I think they still don't play counterspells. So because we are so pressured, we don't have a moment to play Jace, but it might be on the next turn. Good. This is where I want him. He wants to Cardo, and I want to Cardo, but my Cardo is better. So I think on this turn we got really ahead. Oh my god, those are the cards. I still think it's Memory Deluge, right? Man, those cards are so important right now. Man, I might be wrong, but I'm going for this. So I want to know more lies. Right? Oh boy, man, that's a hard decision. So what is their big play? Let's give this one. If we tap them 3 lands, they have like 2 and 3. If they play Nissa first, we can count. I think this is a sleek turn when we still can play Jace. I'm not super sure, but I hope so. I don't want to card with this, so okay, this is a big card. Yeah, go away, Jace. We have Jace. Alright, that should be. This is his turn. Like, he needs to do something super big. And we are prepared with no more lies, so we shouldn't allow anything big. Except, like, you know, 1-2 drop. Analysis is probably the best play they can make right now. Untap land into Analysis into activation. That could put him super ahead. I don't think we need to allow it. I think we can start countering stuff. We have a lot of counter spells here. This is not a prime target, but he's at 3 cards, and I think we can get there. Void Rend is not amazing here, and I might prefer land. Huh. Not a land, but I think we take it. Alright, we are trying to suffocate our opponent a little bit. Okay. We have Memory Deluge, so we are fine. He will draw 2 random cards, we will draw, you know, 2 out of 4. So that's better. How do you work? Among the cards milled this way. Alright. It could be Memory Deluge, good for him. Probably the hit he wants the most. He didn't get it, so he didn't really get any value from this. Yeah, and map token is okay. You know, it's a little bit of value, but we can absolutely... Oh, here it is. Here it is. He was waiting for this card. But thanks to this, I got... Oh my god. Like, listen. Listen. We're falling a bit behind on mana. This is the responsible choice. I would prefer to take the other thing. And yes, I could play the Jace and get rid of it, but that's not a good play. Is it not a good play? Huh. That would make things easier. But that means we're at 3 loyalty, so 1 Jace isn't very good. I don't love this play. This could just be a win con straight away. Yeah, we just go with other stuff. I need all of those cards, you know? But we still want to +1. So we can get rid of... Oh my god, like how do you discard of those cards? I love all of them. Oh man. I can double counterspell. And he will cast Memory Deluge. Oh my god, I have too much good stuff. This is just too good of a draw, man. I have to start discarding counterspells. A double Jace, yeah, he should be scared at this point. He should be scared. Let's see if he plays Memory Deluge first or he tries to, you know, catch us between the turns, which is the correct choice. Greedy. Greedy, 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 greedy. I will take a small risk here, because I like having extra cards. You can see that every card we draw is really important. So even if... What is this? What are you? Is that a meal, you know, the flashback thing that gets cards into library? Colossal Sky Turtle. No green mana though. Alright. I will take my Mirrex. Man, we're insane. Man, I love this. We are absolutely destroying this guy. I mean, like, absolutely. We could even ultimate here. But why would we? Why would we? Man, I need to keep drawing cards. Okay, thank you. This is a card I can discard. Oh man, the value is just insane here. Man, I have such a good hand. There is literally nothing I want to discard. Thanks to Jace. And our poor opponent has 3 cards in total, including Memory Deluge. So, for 7, they cannot cast Memory Deluge right now. Nissa. 3-5. Okay, let's count it. 4, 7. I think we counter it. Man, this is insane. Because we get him out of all the tools, and then he will cast something big, and probably we can counter it. I will take the Tapland, I like it. I hope he will go for greedy Memory Deluge so we can exile it, but he should be aware what means this 2 mana open. Virtue, sure. He is playing smart here, but it won't be enough. It won't be enough. When he gets to a stage where he can actually play something, I will just mill him outright with double Jace, and there is nothing he can do about it. Man, Jace did a lot of work this game. I have to say, so far I like Jace. Like, it always makes a difference, and you can see how powerful the card is by seeing how much your opponent prioritizes killing it. And they don't like Jace, man. They don't like you. Alright. He can have every card from here. Honestly, it's probably... Yep, they went for the greed play. Hello. They took the risk. It was calculated risk, but they lost. Unfortunately for them. 33. I still get this. Wandering Emperor, definitely not the card for the matchup. It's good, it's not very good. 5/7. So if he draws a land, he can play it. Let's keep drawing cards. Okay, good cycling. We don't need a land at this stage. And I probably want Memory Deluge, right? 1, 2. So double Jace is already open. Alright, and our opponent is persistent with his virtues, which is fine. So now he can get the combo, right? And he gets the 7-drop for free in a way, but it's super slow. Alright, here's your Nissa. I wonder if he will play Nissa. No, not yet. Not yet. Every turn we are getting closer. Well, that should be absolute game, man. Pest Control into Pest Control. Alright, so we go this into land. I prefer Survey land at this stage of the game because they're kinda cardo. And we can start with Jace. I could double spell with the Get Lost at some point, but I think we go like this for now. I just want to make sure I cycle the cards. We get rid of this one because we can cycle Raffine Tower and get... okay. Okay. So we can accelerate. We can accelerate the situation a lot here. Is there a chance that he will prevent this draw? Because when we mill him, this will be Memory Deluge. So he gets a lot of value suddenly. He cannot use it at the end step. He can play the Virtue first, right? So it's 5/7. Then he has potentially 9 mana. But we can kill it after he uses the mana. I'm curious if there is something we can do better here. Because that will accelerate our win by few turns. Okay, I think okay, guys. I think I know. A weird play, but a welcomed one. Alright, so we will mill 3 cards from him. We'll draw a card. And that will open an easier leaf. So we get all the benefits and none of the risks. And we don't give him Memory Deluge this way. Our opponent should realize why we are playing like this, because Jace of course is a great card. Alright, we might use Get Lost on her. And this way we prevent a lot of stuff, right? So, the correct triggers. We give him this trigger, because we cannot prevent it, and we answer before this trigger. This way they don't get the Elemental or Elf, and that leaves them with those 2 cards and this 1 card, and that's everything. They can use the map tokens, which slows them down for this turn, and this turn is all we care about, because he is dying on the next one. Here we go, here you go. It also means that No More Lies will be better, because when he finally decides to make a play, we can counter it. Cool. So he gets 1 card, but it will cost him 4 mana. Yeah, I mean we are killing this guy on the next turn. Our version is so good against this deck. I told you on turn 1, like, we will probably win this. You need really bad draws to not, beat this kind of deck, because they aren't real control. They just are anti-aggro control in a way. Man, we will even save part of this Jace. No way. Man, they're actually going for a small Jace because it's more scary for them. Well, that's something. That is definitely something. Alright. Probably too slow for them, but they seem to be a little bit desperate here. Not super surprised. Alright, let's start the showdown. They can draw 1 card, but that means they cannot draw counterspell, so even though they play blue, they could have a counterspell theoretically. It won't matter. Look at this draw, see? That's why we didn't mill them earlier. And here is the Jace army. The small Jace prepared us for the big Jace. And he knows what that means. Alright guys, man, that was pretty dominant. Listen, so far, so good. And we don't really want to play Jace here. we need to be aware of, you know, Zurgo, because you know Zurgo is here. So man, they will cast the Emperor. Double white for mana, they're on the play, so they can make this play. A little bit scary, but what can you do? What can you do? Very greedy play, man. Super greedy play. Can I allow this? I don't think I can. This is too important. I'm just countering it. And I mean, do your worst. This is really good. He's on the play with, you know, the high value cards. And if he has also the way to pump. Yeah, he had everything in this draw. And because he's on the play, he has the luxury of making the attacks and we need to defend. Which isn't perfect. Which absolutely isn't perfect. So I can get a counter spell or try to set up the Jace. If they hit double, well, we could just go Pest Control. They will hit Zurgo probably, right? And this is pretty good. Man, giving them full rain with 6 mana feels so awful. But otherwise they will use the map tokens, they get the value, probably some extra cards. Yeah, I really think we have to. It's just too important. We are on the draw, we are at disadvantage. And he needs to have, you know, less great stuff. Alright, this is what we needed. This is what we needed. Now it's better. I could play Jace, but then I don't have a counter spell mana. We gave them 1 turn, we cannot give more. I think we go double Pest Control. If they play something, that's fine. I need to get into my lands. We are tapped, they can make the play. Okay, see, if we didn't cycle, we would miss the land drop. That's not great. And now it's kinda great. We have a long way to go. But our opponent had insane start, but he is starting to whiff. I will take 1 more land. And I will play the Emperor because Jace and the counter spell is 4 blue mana, so I actually need this and this to make the turn. Alright, Wandering Emperor. Let's see if they have a counter spell. Here it is. Oh, you play Make Disappear? Alright, alright then. And now we can play Jace. We will try to plus it so it avoids helixes. So he needs double helix and we still get some value. A little bit of value. You know what? I'll just go with this. I mean, it's free. It should be fine. So he can go helix, but it's only one of them. Yep. I think he has 2 helix, and that's his draw, right? So Void Rend is free for the rest of the game, so that can be very impactful, and I think they will use helix on Jace immediately. I'm not sure if we want to protect. We might, I'm not sure. Yep, careful taps for no blue, not blue mana. Sure, I think we just allow it. Jace did good job. We have to go with it. They got rid of 1 removal, so it's a good deal for them as well. And I will try to keep pressuring with the Emperor. They don't have too much mana, so we should be able to untap. They probably have 1 more helix. The Spite is better in this situation than helix. Yep. So they are using first the Spite. That means they can still have the other one. Alright, and let's keep attacking. We will go for Pest Control. But I want the extra mana because they play Make Disappears. We probably want to counter whatever they play. It's still not 7 mana. They have Memory Deluge first, so they still have advantage here. If we don't hit it, it might be a huge problem. Alright, first Jace, that's okay. A little bit steep on the mana though. So I think we counterspell first. If they are smart, they will wait until the end step to play this, and that will overload our mana for 1 turn. Sure, that's good. Down to 2. This Void Rend can make for an extremely good play at one of the turns. But we'll see, we'll see. And it looks nicely on the animations as well. I like this. I really like the plot mechanic. I think it's interesting. Now, we will see how it stacks on the, you know, the slick shot or whatever it's called, the red thing that tries to kill you in one turn. Okay, so there. Okay, Mirrex is an interesting draw. We can start. Okay, this is a good draw. We play 2 of them, so we are a little bit on, you know, ahead here. Huh. Oh man, he had to draw it. That completely destroys the Mirrex plan. He will draw a land and main phase this. But we might hit normalize. I think we need to counter it. That's so much value for him. It will make his play so much, you know, more fun. And we definitely want the blue mana from this. Is that really the tap we need to make? 2 blue mana, nothing more. Let's go for blue mana and blue mana. And we pay this. We need to make careful taps because we want to hit normalize exactly. This is exactly the card I wanted to get. That's why we tapped, so we have Azorius mana, and even if we hit 3 steps ahead, we have double blue for it. Alright, that's good. They didn't draw a land. That's good for us. I think we are getting ahead. With this one counter spell, man, this was such a good surveil. Like, this is actually great. So this turn we need normalize into Mirrex. Then we can go with Jace. Nobody has around 20 cards, so we won't be able to draw, you know, 3 cards, which would be great. We can waste one of the Jaces a little bit. Anchor, so March just became great. Alright, they don't have a good time to play this Memory Deluge, and we can start pressuring, and that will be a big deal. Like a really big deal. Alright, first we attack and see if there's reaction. They have quite a lot of, you know, small damage spells like Helix. It seems that they play Spite, which is a great card as well. If we mill them, they might hit Memory Deluge. If we mill ourselves, we risk getting milled with his Jace if he plays them. I think Jace should be better. This is our win con, but we can win with Mirrex. So we probably just go like this. So this is what? 4 mana, then we go Mirrex and normalize. So we have mana exactly for everything except the Anchorage. Except the Anchorage. I still think it's okay. Let's go. I'm a little bit scared of... Okay, let's see if that's a hard counterspell. If it's a hard counterspell, that's fine. Alright, they are going for all the... Well, that was a bit of a blunder on my part. Can I allow it? I need to counter it. It's too important. Not only I prevent all the Cardo, but I also get Jace. Okay, that was a good call. And we tried, man, he had such a powerful start, but he whiffed on the mid game a little bit, and we absolutely capitalized on it. I think we didn't hit Memory Deluge in the whole game, right? So it was just Jace and cycling of Pest Control, man. Our opponent goes, man, I don't know, I'm not sure if I ever was on the play with this deck. And finally, we have Boros. We won't get the good mana, unfortunately, so that's a bummer. That is a bummer, unless we hit it right here. There's just such a good card, man. Do we have flagship? I think we get into graveyard. Worst case, we just go to 7. That's, you know, that's the emergency play. All right. I mean, we could kill all of this already. But we'll try to get there. So what is the play for the turn? Probably the sewers. We have a lot of land, so we will cycle Raffine Tower. And this gives us everything. I will take one, they don't have caverns. This is such a greedy play. On the draw against this kind of deck, can I even take it? I don't think it's good for now. Like, it will take so many turns before I can cast it. Like, I don't think it's worth it. Alright, just don't Gleeful Demolition. You know what? Gleeful Demolition me. Alright, I challenge you. I forgot that I'm invulnerable to Boros. I'm so happy we got Boros this time because I wanted to showcase you guys, you know, how we can deal with the deck so easily with this new card. And this is a perfect mix, right? We have the mana. Oh, and by the way, Boros, welcome to new standard. Alright. Yep. Here's the card dedicated to you, my friend. Alright, this is still good for them. This is still good for them. We'll go definitely into Emperor here. That's it. And we are entering the better phase of the game. Oh, that's so cute. A 1/1 for 2 mana. Alright. Listen, if you force me, I will use this turn to kill your stuff. Alright, so we definitely go for this, right? Yep, because we have the Emperor. Oh, Pest Control? I shouldn't, but I will. I shouldn't, but I will. Alright. I will give them the buff at the cost of, you know, having Emperor survive. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. Here's the Recruiter. They got Cavern of Souls. Their pet card. So this is a lot of damage already. We can remove this, so this will be 6 and 4. So 10 damage already on the board. That is a lot. And I think we consume Emperor fully for this play. Because we can make very good play and very good exchange here, which will get us ahead for future. And I think Emperor should survive, right? Like, this was his big turn, so it's not for free. We got rid of 2 cards, and this is why, you know, casting Emperor in this way is better. This 1 loyalty would lose by getting attacked by a simple path. You can see how much difference it makes. Extra removal, basically, for free. Alright. I really like those lands, man. See? I just got 1 turn ahead. That's huge. So I can kill this bat. Is it worth it? Worst case, I use Void Rend. It can get amplified, so it depends what he has. Alright? See, I'm happy I didn't use Pest Control. Boros. We need to win this one. Oh my god, they have so much stuff. All the time. It's not lethal yet. We need to kill the Recruiter because it doesn't die to Pest Control. He life gains because he's a pro. And we are not cycling it. So we will get left only with the Phantom at 3 life. A little bit scary. We need some, you know, decent draws. But I think we can get... Oh my god, this... You are not a decent draw. So we have great Pest Control. However, we didn't draw anything else. Even with all the scries, we are just absolutely flooded. Oh, this also died? Even better. Just don't top deck. Thank you. This one time, Boros drew what they should. Alright. Now, nothing that kills me with haste. Please. This one time. Because I need this to cast Memory Deluge and stabilize with like Emperor and life gain. Alright, here we go. Counterspell, absolutely. Memory Deluge, absolutely. And now those lands are actually great. See, this is the Memory Deluge we get there from the Surveil, right? Or something, like early game, I think. I think that was the game. Alright, so. What are we doing here? Memory Deluge for sure into a counterspell. We need to start doing those counter... Oh, but we cannot counter most of the stuff. I forgot how magic works right now. just uncounterable everything. But we can sweep at instant speed, so that should give us a lot of breathing room. And if he casts something now, he has only one spell a turn that cannot be countered. And he really wants to push for this tempo, you know? Yeah? Let's go. Sunfall. Alright, we need to think about killing him soon. It will be hard with Jace, to be absolutely honest. I think we go Memory Deluge. Let's go with Jace, man. Let's go with Jace. We can play double Memory Deluge, so that should really help. March is great. Pest Control is also great, right? It just answers so many things for this deck. And a land. Very good. We just need life gain a bit. No more lives. Probably not really the card we really want at this point. We cannot allow him any damage. Okay, because of the tap land, we won't be able to sweep at instant speed. That is a little bit of a bummer, so I think we go for this. And then we keep the Final Showdown. We are at very low life, so it's worth it. It's still a card, you know? They got a 2-for-1 thanks to the crew, but we can absorb way more than this. I really need to have this open if they go for some, you know, resolve reinforcements into recruiter play. I probably don't expect this kind of... Here you go. Here you go. I hope they will go for uncounterable recruiter. I think that was their play. See, Boros, as always, predictable. You want to swing, my friend? I mean, welcome to the new standard. Yeah, we just kill everything. See how important that was? Oh, that's not what you are used to, right? Yeah? Yeah, we came prepared, my friend. Do you want to scoop already? Or do you want a moment to enjoy the view? We have the March. So, we will cast a Memory Deluge right now. Like right now, we are in such insane position. And he's out. So guys, I think we, you know, got rid of some pests from standard after this game. Maybe they will start actually looking at the new cards, because we kinda destroyed them this game. Alright guys, I hope you really enjoyed today's video. I had a blast, as you can tell, especially the last game. I really wanted to see Boros. I couldn't find an aggro deck today, so that was a little bit weird. And then I finally seen Boros and I knew, oh boy, they will love it. This card is really, really good. The big deal is that it has cycling. If it didn't, it would be a very bad card. But the fact that you have a sweeper that is, you know, transferred into a, you know, control card in case you play a control matchup, it also means that you can play basically like 7 sweepers here and not really feel it at all, because if you meet any kind of value matchup, suddenly you have 3 sweepers in the whole deck and that's it. So okay, the sneaky showdown is also here. It came into play. You can see how insane it can be against Boros. However, I think that it cannot be your only sweeper, because this will be too slow. They will kill you way before this, and that's where the Pest Control comes into battlefield. It just softens the first wave at very low cost, very low mana cost and very low card cost. And the fact that it only costs 2 mana also is super important. Like, you can have a tap land, you can be on the draw, you will still have this time. In a lot of sweepers, you need to be on the play, on the curve, and at the most efficient way you can sweep in time. Here it's just so cheap that you will always do it, and the fact that it kills all the clutter, the artifacts, is a big deal. So they cannot Gleeful Demolition. They basically have a hard reset on whole board. The only problem is Knight of Chaos, so that's why we also care about counter spells. You want to kill Knight of Chaos with Get Lost, Void Rend, or just counter it if they didn't hit the cavern, which happens quite a lot. So yeah, the deck absolutely performed. I love it. This was an interesting choice because I wanted to have a Jace as a win con and also the other Jace, and I'll tell you, man, this Jace seems to be performing. The fact that you can draw cards even without the plotting ability, right? This version is not really made for plotting. I mean, you can use it for Pest Control or Void Rend, but you need to cast them at sorcerer speed. You lose the cycling, so it's not really big deal. I use it entirely to cycle cards, man, it's good enough. Also, don't forget, in some weird situations, you can go for -6 and just double the Void Rend, or even 3 steps ahead, you can cast it main phase and draw 2 cards, then discard a card, and then you will get this effect twice. So you basically draw 4 cards. That's no joke. This can win you games, especially if you are in top deck mode, and you will probably hit more counter spells because we play so many of them. I had to cut the like 3 steps ahead, which broke my heart like sand. Alright, but it's just such a good card. I'll be honest, guys, all of the new cards here seem to be really good, especially 3 steps ahead. Pest Control is situational obviously, but when it hits, it's great. And even against control matchup, sometimes having 2 mana sweeper to get rid of all the Emperor tokens is a big deal, especially if they expected that this will pressure you. This lets you combine Pest Control with a counter spell and you remove all the pressure. Emperor is at 1 loyalty and they need either to super slow down, which gives you time to recover, or sacrifice the Emperor for the last token. So that can still be useful. And I went a bit hard on the surveillance, and man, I need to do it more. I love it, man. Those lands, this is my favorite land in Magic right now. It's just so great. You can make decisions, you can fix your draws, and so often it just gets rid of the land on the top of your library that normally would cost you the full turn, and then you feel like a god. So yeah, I really like this version. It has a little bit of everything, and you can ask, why do you not play Farewell? You bet at Magic. Well, we don't need to. First, we have 7 counter spells, so in order to get something that is annoying into battlefield, they need to work for it, because generally you should have counter spells very early. Even if they do, you still have triple Void Rend, Get Lost, and March. You have so many ways to remove it that it's absolutely fine. Even Pest Control, in case something is cheap and super annoying, but generally Void Rend is your main answer. It also cannot be countered, so you always get the job done. Like Celestus, no problem. So this is the reason we can have a luxury of not playing Farewell, and for example having this sneaky Final Showdown, and this is the way you finish the game. When you sweep on your turn, they always have a follow-up, but when you sweep on their turn and they know you have a full turn to do whatever, usually casting Memory Deluge for 7 and getting more answers, and they know they're out of the game. They don't even want to play this turn, they know it's out, they lost all the tempo, so the sneaky play really closes the game very well, sometimes better than Jace, and we still have Mirrex as a backup plan. So guys, I really enjoyed this version. It seems solid and it has really devastating answers to a lot of current decks, even against mono red. If you kill all the Cheeks, all the Swift Spears and all the Kumano, this is so good. It's sometimes better than a normal sweeper like a Sunfall, because you hit those lurking Kumanos and you know how annoying they are. That lets you fully sweep the board. So if you do it right, if you remove all the big converted mana cost creatures, this will just get the job done, and this is a hidden power of the deck. You choose the targets. That means Godric, out, Void Rended. Some 2-drop like Feldon, Get Lost. Rest, Pest Control, and the game is over. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't so far, and yeah, check for more videos because we are cranking them like crazy. And really thank you guys for all the cool comments. Like, it's so fun to have a new set and, you know, just basically enjoy it together, find new cards, like discuss them. It always feels like Christmas for me. So yeah, thank you for that and see you in the next video.